Hello, Hari Om. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, dear all. Hari Om. Greetings from Ritanveshi. I hope you all are doing good. We are here today with a new session of Ritanveshi Mindfulness series, Prana and Pranayama. In the last class, we studied about yoga therapy, purification of 5 elements using asana. Today, we are going to discuss and study Prana and Pranayama, importance of prana movements, and mudra in yoga. Without taking much of your time, I would like to invite Professor Rajesh to start today's session. Professor Rajesh.
Namaste. 안녕히계세요. Hello, how are you? So today I am going to discuss about the prana and the pranayama. So Professor Wise Mountain,
Yes, please.
how is the weather in South Korea?
Today
Yeah,
it's warm.
is it warm?
Yeah, very nice today.
Oh, warm means nice for you.
Yes, yes.
Okay. In India, when we talk about warm, then we feel, oh, suffering.
Oh, I see.
So here, the temperature goes more than 40 degrees and it's really, really hot. So, well, some of people are very frightened what is going to happen in summer, May and June, because May and June is the prime summer in India, and just it is starting of April, so we are little frightened. What will happen in next couple of months? Okay, so hope this April is a pleasant weather in Korea, and if I see the Australia also going to be in soon. Winter is coming in Australia, so people are preparing for the winter season. So I hope the temperature is getting nicer and cool, and people are preparing for the winter. So, so it's nice. Different part of world have different weather, different culture. Okay. So how are you, Krishna Veni? Okay.
Yeah, we are good, sir. How are you?
Yes, me too. I'm also good.
Good to hear.
Okay, good to see you today.
Yes, thank you.
And my Korean teacher, how are you? So today I'm going to talk on prana and pranayama. So let's little talk on what is prana, and then we go through further understanding of the elements. Last time I talked about the yoga therapy and I talked about the 5 elements. Today I am going to talk once again about the prana, which is the essence of all 5 elements. The prana express itself into the earth element, the prana express itself into the water element, it express itself into fire. Means when we say element, here the element is mean the form of the substance. It is not the same meaning as we know in a science. It is not the same understanding of atomic structure with the element, but when we talk about the tattva, that is nearby translated in English as an element, so we say it like this, but it is not an element, it is a form of substance. So prana take a form of solid. When it is solidify, when energy is solidify, we say earth element. When energy is fluid, in the form of fluid, we say water element. When prana is in the form of energy, then it is fire element, and likewise. So prana is the basic substance, and when it take form of different particles, then we name it as water, air, fire, space. So prana is the basic, you can say, core part of any substance in the universe, and science also accept it, and in the form of quark, we say quark is the first unit of any atom. From quark to black hole, from planets to multiverse, all are the play of prana. And we feel the prana, we feel the substance by the prana. Means we are made up of 5 forms of prana, and outside whole cosmos is made up of 5 pranas. So prana observe or feel the prana. Inner prana observe or feel the outer prana. Right? So prana feel the prana. Or we say the process of feeling, the process of observation is also prana. Now what we say is prana feels prana by prana. Means the senses by which we have sensitivity of anything, that senses also develops through the prana. So there is always a transaction. We take prana, we exhale prana. The whole pranic transaction is going on inside and outside. There is a proper networking of this prana inside and the outside. This whole universe, whole evolution is the interplay of prana, is the interplay between various modules of the prana. And that's why there is varieties of movements inside of the body and outside the body. Sometimes prana move upwards and sometimes prana move downwards. Sometimes prana move lateral, sometimes spiral. A varieties of movement of prana is going on inside our body through 72,000 of channels. There are 72,000 channels. working inside our body and outside our body. And prana is moving all over. Sometimes this movement get blocked. Sometimes this movement get diverse. This happens because of our lifestyle, life process. We develop habitat, we develop a common behavior, and because of this personality and habitat, we tend to move the prana in our body in certain directions. Our networking with the outside nature get changed, and then sometimes a big chaos develops if it not go through the proper way. Then a big chaos develop. All the prana get intersect, sometime blocked, sometime signaling and networking is not properly working, and we get sick. Sometime entire populace get through the pandemic situations. The nature becomes sick. We become virus for the earth. And this all happens because somehow we not properly give directions, motivations, and movements to the prana inside and outside. How to do that? How to work on it? Yoga has a solution for it. What the yoga do is the asana. When you move your awareness, prana follows it. When you stretch your body, prana does for stretchings. And sometimes your energy, the prana, get charged into negative ions and positive ions. And the nature of the charged electrons is always from negative to positive. So in different movements of forward bending, backward bending, and lateral bending, you actually move the charged particles from negative ions to positive ions and create an electric circuit. Sometimes the positive ions centralize and create the centrifugal forces, and the electromagnetic waves in which your body structure, your energy, the vital energy, develop certain type of basic movements. The negative charge always decentralize. This is the rules. The positive ions centralize and negative ions decentralize in asana. And then we create some type of geometrical circuit inside our body that is called yantra. Every classical posture has a specific yantra, a geometrical shape, where the charged particles move in certain type of geometrical shape. Either it could be triangle, rectangle, circle, or more complex picture. Different classical postures develop different yantras the geometrical pictures, or sometimes complex geometrical pictures, which is known as yantra. Nowadays, many times people give the variations also, and these variations sometimes don't make any type of circuit. They don't make any type of yantra, and it could be good for your body as exercise, but it not follows the basic principle of yoga. What we do actually more to understand the prana. There are two basic systems. Either we directly observe the prana, or we do indirect, that is some practices of pranayama. So let's it understand with some practice so that you can understand the direct and indirect observations. So all of you get ready for a small practice of pranic observation. Sit in a comfortable posture. Make your spine erect, head and spine in a straight line. Relax your whole body. Make your body completely still and calm. Now watch your breath. When you inhale, feel the rhythm. When you exhale, feel the rhythm. Feel the touch of breath. Feel when you inhale, your body expands. When you exhale, it contracts. Now assume your whole body is like a balloon. When you inhale, your body, which is like a balloon, expands. And when you exhale, it contracts. Now just you feel, is there any energy is moving up and down with your breath? Is there any? When you inhale, is there any some energy is moving upwards or downwards? When your body expands, can you feel any energy moving upwards, downwards, lateral, anything? When you exhale, do you feel any energy is moving downwards or somewhere? Okay, we will do one thing. When we inhale, visualize, imagine that the energy is moving upward. Similarly, similarly, when you exhale, feel the energy is moving downwards. When your body expands, energy up. When it shrinks down, energy down. Just visualize, imagine. Inhale, energy upwards. Exhale, energy downwards. Okay, come back. Back to your natural breath. Back to your body. Simply externalize. Slowly, slowly externalize. Move your fingers, rub your palms, and slowly come back. So, this is called the direct method, where we simply observe the movement of prana. Sometimes we visualize, but we not push it purposely. But everyone is not so sensitive to feel it. Everyone don't have the awareness to feel really prana is moving upward, apana is moving downward. For them, pranayama is discovered. We do pranayama, we do inhalation, retention, exhalation, as you see in this picture. We divide whole practice into 4 parts: the inhalation, the retention, the exhalation, and again the retention. We say Bahy Kumbak. So there is a 2 retention, Antar Kumbak and Bahy Kumbak.
프라나야마 하는 이유가 이런 불안감, 무거움을 느끼는 없으니까 사람들이 모르겠어요.
So somehow, if we feel we cannot directly observe the prana, then we need something to do with the breath. We do some breathing techniques. We work on breathless state, the retention state, the state of Kumbak, and practice. When we change the breath pattern, the ratio of the breath, sometimes we use alternate nostril breathing. We do Kumbak, and there are varieties of Kumbak. You can see in the slides there are 8 types of retention. The Kumbak is written. In Hatha Yoga, we say 8 types of Kumbak. Pranayama is called as Kumbak when we not breathe, the breathless state. So breathless state can be done by these 8 ways. And we learn how to not breathe, how to get the breathlessness. So the standard Hatha Yoga practice, we learn pranayama is not as a breathing technique. We learn pranayama as a breathlessness, the state of breathlessness. That's why Hatha Yoga called pranayama as a kumbak, Asta Kumbak. 8 ways to not breathe. There are 8 ways where we don't breathe. And by these, we learn the movement of prana. By these practices, we target the prana, not the breath, but the prana. We work hard to feel and observe the prana, expand it in various dimensions. This is what the aim of the pranayama. We do mudra. When we retain our breath, we develop some gestures. You can see the gestures with the hands, but also with the eyes. Sometimes we look at the tip of the nose, eyebrow center. We make a gesture of eye also. Sometimes with the tongue also. Kaki mudra, khechri mudra, the tongue lifted upward. In a Reiki, we put the tongue behind the teeth, upper teeth. Various ways we keep the tongue. Sometimes we keep the tongue outside in Swanakriya. Sometimes we make several postures with eyes, mouth, nose. We close sometimes. Shanmukhi Mudra, 6 doors of the face. We do mudra. It is not the Hast Mudra and Drishti Mudra. We do Bandha Mudra also. There are varieties of Bandha also, where we lock the energy. The Jalandhar Bandha. We practice Udyan Bandha. We pull the navel back. We do practice the Mula Bandha and Mahabandha, where all three bandhas together. Sometimes we pull the energy upwards, sometimes we make the prana all pervading in various practices. There are some mudras we do with the asana, like Vipreet Karni Mudra. This is a mudra on asana. Pashani Mudra. We do this mudra with the halasana. There are several practices of mudra we do with the asana also. There are varieties of mudra we do with the breath. We synchronize it with the Kumbak retentions. And we try to move the energy in certain directions. We make a circuit. The aim is to adopt a gesture where we can direct the flow of energy into certain way, certain directions. And we develop a closed electric circuits, a subtle channel in a physical or etherical body. And these channels, when we create these circuits, this can transform one form of energy into the other form of energy. We change the potential energy into kinetic energy. We change in different forms, not only kinetic. Sometimes we develop the light energy, thermal energy. We develop several magnetic fields in different parts where the energy is transformed into other form of energy. And this is done by the mudra. That's why mudra is very important with the pranayama. So we do mudra. There are many techniques written in the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Those who really want to know, learn the pranayama and mudra, they should go through the Hatha Pradipika. This is the classical text where we can find really the basic art of learning interplay of the energy. Here you can see some nice picture with some of my Korean friends and students in Badrinath in India when they came to India, and we went to a top of Himalayan mountains called Badrinath, and there we did very nice meditation, and everyone remember those days where we really felt very interesting experiences with the prana in such a nice conditions, weather and all. So what actually we want from you all to such difficult condition of the globe where the pandemics are going on, the wars is going on, disease, sickness is going on. Let's hand together, be close together, and these tattva, the water element, the earth element, the air element, fire element, or space. We need to purify it. We need a connection, inner connection and the outer connection. When we do those networkings, connections together, then we can save our earth, save our globe, humanity and populations. The most difficult phase in which we are growing in the history of this earth, where we somehow missed the link with the nature, inner nature to the outer nature. So we need to get back to the nature. We need to once again close together and reveal the purity of the nature. Thank you very much. I think there are some questions. Those who want to ask some question, please.
하미선 선생님 혹시 질문 있으셔서 저기 손 올리셨는 건가요? 이모티콘으로?
Yeah, Hamisa님.
아닙니다.
안녕하세요.
question.
You may ask the question, maybe Wise Mountain will translate for me. So please, you can ask in Korean, you ask in Hanguk, and Wise Mountain will translate for me. Wise Mountain, will you please translate and instruct?
I like to notify today's section and ongoing sections to all participants. Is it okay?
Yeah, it is okay. And I also want, if somebody want to ask any question, can you please translate it for me?
Yes, sure. 여기 참가하신 여러분들께서 라제시 교수님께 질문하시고 싶은 요가 관련 그리고 오늘 수업 관련 궁금한 내용이 있으면 질문을 해주십시오. 제가 통역을 도와드리겠습니다. 그리고 이 수업 마지막에는 제가 안내드릴 내용이 조금 있습니다. 네.
저 궁금한 게 있는데요.
현정 선생님, 네.
네. 그 호흡할 때 가끔씩 약간 상기되는 경우가 있고, 호흡을 할 때 위로 들숨을 할 때는 위쪽은 잘 느껴지는데 아래쪽이 잘 안 느껴져서 계속 상기되는 건지 그게 좀 궁금했어요. 그러려면 수련을 또 어떻게 해야 되는지. 네.
의욕적으로 빠르다.
질문 필요 없어.
아니,
나도.
그냥
현정 has
히말라야
question for you. When she do pranayama, specifically, she feels the above body, the kind of the strong energy. So when she feel uncomfortable, so and also she do inhale. It is easy for her, but exhale, she cannot feel the prana in her body. So what shall she do?
Okay. So first, I take your first question. You feel sometimes very strong prana after the pranayama. It is natural. That means you are in a right path. If you do pranayama, the aim of pranayama is to develop enormous amount of energy in you. The missing point is only you have to direct those prana. Means if you have to give the direction to those prana. If you are feeling very strong prana, very enormous, a lot of prana, you need to give a direction. There are so many thousands of channels, and you have to make a proper flow of your prana. And how you do that? You do some mudras like Maha Mudra. If you can write, I can say Falguni to write down in a chat Maha Mudra, or I may also write in English Maha Mudra. So practice Maha Mudra. There is one more mudra called Maha Bheda. Maha Bheda. These two mudra. And the last one is Maha Bandha. Maha Bandha. Practice these mudra after your pranayam. If you practice these three mudras after your pranayam, then this strong energy is directed in a proper channel. This would be the answer of your first question. Wise Mountain, can you please translate it? The answer of the first question.
Yes.
After that, I will give the answer of second question. Yeah.
Yes. 빨군이 우리 리탄베시 요가 파운데이션의 코디네이터께서 통역 대신에 채팅창에 번역 올려주셨습니다. 제가 조금 설명을 보태자면 이제 현정 선생님 같은 사례가 한국에 굉장히 많아요. 특히 명상을 하시는 분들 중에 이게 상기 증상, 에너지가 강하게 얼굴 쪽으로 치솟아 오르는 이제 증상을 불편하다고 호소하는 분들이 많은데, 이것은 에너지를 축적하는 과정에서 자연스러운 현상이고, 다만 이 프라나야마, 호흡을 하는 과정에서 이 에너지를 어떻게 흘러가게 할 것인지 방향을 조정을 해야 하는데, 우리 몸에는 72,000개의 에너지의 채널들이 있습니다. 그걸 조정하는 하나의 방법이 라제시 교수님의 말에 따르면 프라나야마, 호흡을 한 후에 세 가지 어떤 행법을 해야 하는데, 그 첫 번째가 마하무드라, 두 번째가 마하베다, 세 번째가 마하반다였습니다. 그런 특히 호흡에 이걸 해주면 에너지, 프라나가 적절한 채널로 흐를 것이다라고 얘기를 하시네요. 오케이.
Now, the second problem was you feel difficult in exhalation. As you asked the question, the inhalation is okay for you, but exhalation you feel problem. My suggestion is select any mantra for you. Suppose you select, let you select Om Mani Padme Hum. Suppose you select. Now this mantra you chant 10 times vocally, like Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. I not inhale and exhale. Just speak 10 times Om Mani Padme Hum. Can you speak 20 times? 20 times? It could be a little faster. I'm trying. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. 22 times. Okay. Let's do it little more. 30 times. It will be a little faster, but you can do it. It may be you have to speed up your tongue very fast. I try myself first. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani 32 times. I think you should practice this way. When we speak, we exhale actually. Whatever we speak, we exhale. We never inhale during speaking. Can you? No. You always exhale while speaking anything. No matters what language you speak, even in Hanguk language or Ilbon or whatever language you use, whenever you speak, you always exhale. You always exhale. So take any good mantra, whatever you like, and speak faster and long. If you can speak 20 mantras, then next day you try 25. Next day you try 30. Next day you try 35. Increase. And one day you feel your exhalation is first class. You can exhale nicely. Your exhalation, the power of exhalation, the power of Rechak. In pranayama it said Rechak. The pranayama in Rechak becomes stronger when you vocally chant the mantra. That's why you have seen in a Buddhist temple, Bulgyokam, where the Buddhist monks, they chant very long with one breath. In your country also, I'm talking about your country. In South Korea, the Buddhist monk, they learn to long chanting. In one breath, they chant 2, 3, 4 lines, 5 lines. And this is a pranayama technique in which you extend your exhalation, in which you stretch your exhalation while chanting the mantra. So it is my suggestion, select any mantra you like, any mantra. If you are a Christian, select some Christian mantra. If you are Buddhist, select some Buddhist mantra. If you are Hindu, select some Hindu mantras. Whatever mantras. I'm not talking the religious point. Whatever mantra you like, you select and chant several times. And then you will feel your exhalation becomes longer and easier. Arasmita, Arayo? Okay, good.
설명을 덧붙이자면 번역은 여기 채팅창을 확인하시면 좋을 것 같고요. 이제 종교 배경에 따라서 만트라는 선택하시면 됩니다. 불교 만트라든 힌두 만트라든 그것은 여러분의 종교적 성향에 따라 선택을 하시면 되고요. 호흡을 내쉴 때 이 만트라를 반복적으로 수련을 하시면 이제 호흡하는 힘이 길러지고 특히 내쉬는 호흡의 힘이 길러져서 편해지실 것이다. 현정 선생님께서 질문하셨던 답변을 해주신 것 같습니다. 아까 이래 선생님 질문이 있으셨던 것 같은데 네, 지금 해주시겠습니까? 마이크.
안타르 쿰박하고 바이아 쿰박하고 큰 차이가 어디에 있을까요? 차이점이.
What's the
와이즈만
difference
선생님.
between Antara Kumbak and Baya Kumbak? So please explain again Kumbak. What's the meaning of Kumbak? First of all.
Okay. Kumbak meaning is very strange, very interesting. The kumbha means the pot. In Sanskrit, the kumbha means the pot where you fill the water. Remember the pot? In Korea, we have big pot. You make pickles. So, kumbha means pot. When we inhale, what happens? We inhale to the lungs, and the lungs push the diaphragm downwards, and your abdomen bulge out. Your abdomen goes up. It look like a pot inside your abdomen. Very funny. A pot inside your abdomen. So it is called Antar Kumbak, inside the pot. Pot is inside. When you inhale and hold the breath, it look like a small pot is inside your belly. That's why it is called Antar Kumbhak. So the person who made this, it's a very funny language, but the real meaning is that. And similarly, when you exhale, completely exhale, full empty, then what happens? Your abdomen little shrink down. So it look like the pot becomes outside. Now it is not inside, the pot is outside. So Baya means outside. So Baya Kumbhak means the pot is now outside. So it is the literal meaning. It is the literal meaning of these terms. But in yoga, the meaning is when you just inhale and full, your abdomen is completely bulge out. It expanded due to your lungs become full of air, breath. And then you hold it. Then you retain it. And when you retain it, it is called Antar Kumbhak. And similarly, when you exhale completely, so, and when you retain it, then it is called Baya Kumbhak. But both the Kumbhak has different effects on our anatomy and physiology. It have different effect on our biorhythm and the flow of prana. That's why in pranayama, these two kumbhak is used in very different way with different practices of pranayama. Several mudras we use in Baya Kumbhak and certain mudra we use in the Antar Kumbhak. So we also classify which mudra we use in the Baya Kumbhak, which mudras we use in Antar Kumbhak, because these two practice are very different in nature. It changes our physiology a lot. That's why the gesture, the mudra, is also changed according to the Kumbhak. So it is a common understanding with the Kumbhak. But please, doctor, if you want to know more, ask me what you want to know.
일단 꿈박이라는 문자적 의미가 이제 항아리라는 뜻이 있는데 우리가 들여 마실 때 폐가 수축되고 들여 마실 때 이제 폐가 확장되고 횡격막 또 열리고 이런 현상들이 나타납니다. 그런데 이제 내꿈박에 문자적 의미를 넣어서 실제 수련을 할 때는 들여 마시고 숨으로 폐가 찬 상태에서 그 호흡을 머금으면 그게 내꿈박이 되고, 외꿈박은 내쉬고 호흡을 이제 더 이상 하지 않은 채로 멈추면 외꿈박이 됩니다. 이때 우리 몸에 생리적 변화가 나타나는데 중요한 포인트로 이제 무드라라고 이제 손을 써서 수인이라고 하죠. 손동작을 써서 하는 수인을 같이 해줘야 하는데 내꿈박을 할 때와 외꿈박을 할 때 이 무드라의 사용이 굉장히 중요하다라고 얘기를 해줄 것 같습니다. 그리고 또 이래 스님께서 더 궁금한 게 있으면 질문을 해주시라고 또 얘기를 하셨네요.
그래서 더 질문 드리면 하루 종일 걸릴 것 같아서 그만하고요. 그것이 이 항아리라는 사실이 참 놀라운 사실을 알았습니다. 다음에 또 질문할게요. 고맙습니다.
네. Thanks for your answer. Today is enough.
Okay, thank you. You are free to ask more and more questions. Even you can write me by mail or WhatsApp or to Ritanveshi, to Falguni, and we will give you your answers in any time you ask.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So thank you for everyone here. I'm really thankful for you all who is attending today's session. I really appreciate your efforts. You want to know deep yoga and meditations, and every Sunday we will try to do it. Thank you. Falguni, you want to say something? Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Falguni,
Thank you,
hi.
Professor Rajesh, for enlightening us. Hello, 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 Doctor. Thank you, Professor Rajesh, for enlightening us on Prana and Pranayama. We understood the basic concepts of Prana and Pranayama, importance of Prana movements, and how Prana affects on cosmos and cosmic body. We studied yoga psychology, yoga mudras, and importance of mudras. Next Sunday class, we are going to study Prana Vidya and Chakra Meditation. We would like to inform you that whoever is taking our Ritanveshi Mindfulness sessions regularly, Ritanveshi is providing them a participation certificate. Secondly, a bronze membership worth $50 and a birthday gift as a Deep Yagya birthday celebration, which is a celebration celebrating your birthday in an Indian way. Deep Yagya birthday celebration. I
So
will
many
share
gifts.
all the details.
Nice.
Sorry.
Yes, it's so many gifts. Very good. So many gifts you are giving.
Yeah. Thank you. I will share all the information in Ritanveshi Mindfulness group, and I request you all to kindly switch on your videos so I can have a good picture of all of you together, a good screenshot. Can you switch on your videos, please? So I can have a good picture together for today's session.
카메라를
Kindly
켜서
kindly support me.
기념 사진 촬영을 좀 하고 싶답니다. 참가하신 여러분들께서는 마지막으로 카메라 켜주시고, 제가 안내 말씀 하나 더 있거든요. 마지막으로
Yeah.
기념 촬영에서 카메라 한 번만 켜주시기 바랍니다.
Yeah, maybe a V for today's session, please. Thank you.
I have a notification for all participants. Shall I?
Yeah, please.
네, 오늘 참석해 주신 여러분 감사합니다. 제가 현재 그 카카오 단톡방을 통해서 여러분들께 안내도 하고 있고, 또 제 단톡방이나 리탄베시 단톡방에 초대된 계신 분들이 있으실 텐데요. 현재 그 단톡방에 가입돼 있지 않은 채로 오늘 세션에 참여하신 분들이 계시면 제가 빨gun이를 통해서 제 폰 번호를 공유를 할 테니까 요 연락을 좀 주셨으면 이제 저희 단톡방에 초대를 해드리고 그리고 향후에 이 안내가 지속적으로 이렇게 받아보실 수 있도록 도와드리도록 하겠습니다. 제 노티피케이션은 여기까지고요. 오늘 또 제가 초대해서 오신 분들 너무 감사합니다. 함께 해주셔서. That's all.
That's great. That's great. I thank you all again for joining us today. Kindly feel free to connect with me in case of any issue. Thank you. Hari Om. See you in next Sunday, next session. Hari Om. See
감사합니다.
you.
안녕히 계세요.
감사합니다.
빨gun이, please distribute my phone number to all.
Okay. Just wait.
예, 제 연락처고요. 혹시 도움이 필요하시면 저한테 연락을 주시면 도움을 드리도록 하겠습니다. Thank you for all joining today's session. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
빨gun이, do you have a time
Yeah.
discuss about next session and PTP course?
Yeah, sure, Professor. Let's connect. Professor Wise Mountain, let me share you a new link. Let's connect on a new link.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
김선옥 선생님, 어디 마이크 댁이세요? 아니면 어디 펜션에 가 계셨어요? 마이크 안 켜졌는데.
예, 담양에 와 있습니다.
아, 담양이시구나. 주말에 항상 담양 가세요?
네, 거의요.
아, 그러시구나.
네.
네네. 아유, 이렇게 일주일에 한 번씩 뵈니까 더 반갑네.
아, 그러니까요.
그리고 너무 다정한 척 하지 마세요. 두 분. 질투납니다.
근데 이분한테도 초대가 링크가 왔는지 모르겠어요. 자기한테 안 온 것 같다 해서 제가 제 걸로
이래서 선생님
가주세요 하는데.
저희 단톡방에 올려놓은 링크가
거기 못 봤나 보다.
그거 못 보셨는 것 같구나.
네,
네네네.
거기 보라 해야겠네요.
예, 알겠습니다. 그래요. 또 다음에 봬요.
네, 고맙습니다.
예.
Yeah, thank you. See you.